good early morning on Saturday, October 26, 2019, 4:04 a.m. Yeah, we don't sleep around here. Who needs sleep? Anyway, so we were supposed to go live yesterday at 5 o'clock. Oh, my fault. We didn't get a chance to get on there, but guess what? There was a major tornado that touched down near Mobile, Alabama at 4:30, so of course that's our luck. So we're going to take a look at that. This is current um, Doppler radar slash res reflectivity chart that we can look at here and kind of get an idea of what's going on in Louisiana, Alabama, and Mississippi currently, still under flash flood warnings as parts of Tropical Storm Olga are making landfall as we speak. The entire storm is basically over Louisiana right now. We can see some of that heavy weather and massive amounts of lightning moving into the southeast side of Louisiana right now. We can call this Baton Rouge, New Orleans, kind of cutting through that inlet that we always talk about. Main source of the weather is coming right up through here. If we get rid of the radar pulses, we can see some of the areas. Some of those areas are Homa, Bayou Cane, Cray, Lockport, Matthews, Raceland. All these areas are dealing with severe weather at the moment. We even have some wind warnings here. Heavy rainfall, 5 to 6 inches of rain in some of these areas right now in a very, very short period of time. So if I back out here, you get a better idea of the contour of the state here and where the brunt of the weather is going. Now, I want to come back to that, but I want to talk about this tornado yesterday. So it was about 9 hours ago. Let's see if we could find it here. I know it's on this chart, so I just had it pulled up. Please bear with me. Here we go. So it was about 10 hours ago. This is about 4:30 p.m. Well, it says 5:12 here Central Time, so that's about accurate right there. So a large confirmed and extremely dangerous tornado was located over Citronelle, moving at north at 30 miles an hour. This was near Mobile, Alabama, and Washington. I actually pinpointed the area. It was in Semis, it was Semis, Alabama, but it was northwest of Mobile, Alabama. So they call it Mobile because that's the main landmark here. Just look at the population of Mobile, Alabama, by the way, and the amount of tornadoes that have ripped through that area. But here is the area of which that tornado took place. Damage, homes were damaged. As you can see here, also a very populated area. Some areas with trees and stuff like that, but for the most part, a lot of dwellings, a lot of houses, a lot of farm. Yeah, that's a lot of farm stuff here. So it could have jumped and skipped around. I'm still getting preliminary details about this storm, even though it was about 10 to 12 hours ago. I have a few tabs pulled up here so we can look at some stuff. We've also got, of course, we got Olga, and we have Pablo out in the Atlantic right now. Pablo's an interesting storm, guys, because there is a possibility this storm could swoop back down into the Atlantic Ocean if it's not picked up by our jet stream and brought back out towards the Ireland in those areas. So, and we could clearly see Olga here is almost fully on land right over Louisiana. This was about 18 hours ago. Last time we actually put a video out, and we saw that the organization beginning around 8 or 9 hours ago, really high. We almost had an eye pop out in the middle of this storm. Not quite, so it wasn't as quite the strength as Nestor, but sure enough, tropical storm making landfall in Louisiana, now into Mississippi. So we're going to be watching this radar here throughout the day. These are flash flood warnings. As you can see, this is a big rainmaker. It's really doing its number right now on the southeast corner of Louisiana, southeast of Lafayette. We're moving right into New Orleans now, so definitely going to keep an eye on that. Let's see what else we got here, guys. So we got the temperature chart here. We can still see the jet stream is very far dipped down into Mexico. That's what's forcing this storm to come up into this area here. So I want to make that known throughout the day because we're going to have those warmer temperatures in the southeast. That's why a lot of this is that rain situation going on. Warm rain coming from the warm Gulf, the unseasonably warm Gulf at that. If I'm not mistaken, Olga might be a post-tropical storm at this point because it's actually made landfall. So I don't know if this chart is exactly up to date at the moment. There we go. Look at that. You just hit refresh, and now we're post-tropical cyclone. I love when that happens, don't you? So we got post-tropical cyclone Olga because its interaction with land. It's going to dispense during the day. They're actually calling for some sunshine in parts of Louisiana that are getting hit right now. So we're still at 999 millibars. We're under 1,000, 50-mile-an-hour winds. Pretty significant, guys. So there's still going to be a storm surge involved with that. Pablo is at 990 with a little bit stronger than Olga right now at 45-mile-an-hour sustained winds. Got to keep an eye on this puppy right here throughout the day as well. We already went over where Olga kind of is at the moment right now, right in that southeast area of Louisiana, moving its way into Mississippi. Could be dealing with more tornadoes today, guys, so we're going to talk about that really quick. This is just a quick article on Tropical Storm Olga, what areas to watch. This was a tornado warning in Mobile, Alabama. In that area, they are recognizing that as well. This was a pretty significant storm, guys. Here's a close-up view of Olga moving into Louisiana. You can see right here, we were looking for that counterclockwise spin. Didn't quite make it to the most eastern part of this state, which is good because it keeps these areas out of the crosshairs as far as flooding goes. So this was kind of a straight line storm, came right over top of it actually, and it's kind of sitting there right now. You can see the centralized area of the pressure there, even though the charts are showing it right there. This thing is clearly over land at this point. So we have a few different angles of it, a few different high-res videos, but look at the peel off here. Very cool stuff to see in weather right there, guys. That's those are very cool signatures you see when there's shear winds going on. There's a very cold front moving in that's pushing this storm along. Very interesting stuff. So now on with that tornado. Let's see if we could find the articles I pulled up for the tornado. Here we go. This is one I want to look at right here. Okay, so this was near it was northwest of Mobile, Alabama. A tornado has been reported on the ground in southwestern Alabama. The National Weather Service on Friday afternoon issued a tornado warning in Mobile County. That's when we were online live, and then it happened afterwards. The National Weather Service in Mobile tweeted that there was a large and dangerous tornado on the ground near Semis. Remember that? We pulled up Semis right here. We back up. Here's the town of Semis right here. Excuse me, we back it up, and here's Mobile, Alabama here. So we were watching this area all day yesterday on this chart right here. So we have Mobile, Alabama right about here. Or Mobile's here. This is where the tornado was. So we were very close. We were almost on top of that one. Again, a lot of flash flooding going on in Louisiana. That's going to move up into Mississippi, Alabama. So on with this article. The National Weather Service in Mobile tweeted that there was a large and dangerous tornado. We talked about that. A second possible tornado was in Washington County. That's the one that we may have caught that looked like a big ball of static. I have those freeze frames actually. In fact, let's look at them while we're here. Why not? I took freeze frames of these on purpose because you don't see these signatures a lot on these radar charts. Should be about right here. There it is right there. So this is the exact one they're talking about that second tornado. You just see these different colors, and especially that green. It means that the tornado's spinning, and then it's causing a disturbance on the back end or the east end of the tornado that can't be read. You match up with these lines down here, it gives you a mile per hour. A lot of times this is so joggled up because it's a tornado spinning so fast that it can't even make readings. So I'm glad I took these snapshots. This was a possible reported tornado on the ground. They didn't verify it at the time, but they can go back and assess it afterwards and then come to a conclusion. So that's very interesting that we caught that. There was no immediate reports of injuries. WKRG reported that viewers sent in video of what appeared to be a large tornado on the ground. I saw some of these videos. I don't know if I'm allowed to play them, but I'll see if I could find something. There we go. We'll give you a quick look at that. That's what people were seeing just northwest of Mobile, Alabama. So tornado near Alabama. That was Semis. Homes were damaged near Semis, Alabama. So there was damage in that town. Multiple tornadoes warnings were issued. We saw a bunch of those. So, all right, guys, there's some damage right there. Don't want to play it too long, but that's what we got so far. Early morning video, 4:14 a.m. Just wanted to get that information out there. We could be dealing with another day of tornadoes, guys. So I'll be on here talking to you. Hope everyone has a good morning. Have your coffee and enjoy the day. All right, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.